Hi everyone, Crystal Mew here. Welcome back to the channel. It's an exciting time in the Pokemon trading card game world as Surge and Sparks is only a few weeks away from release and we finally have a full card list to look at. In particular, I want to go through the illustration rares and secret rares and share with you what they will be and my own personal thoughts on them. So first up, we have Execute, which I talked about in a previous video. Many of these I've talked about in a previous video, but I just want to go over them as a whole. I love this card, I love the style of it, I think it's really, really cool. It's almost got that sort of watercolour look to it. It's kind of comical. I like that there's eggs playing around with, sports gear. It seems kind of impractical for an egg. You can see one of them's already broken. So yeah, this one's, a mid card. I don't think it's the most amazing one, but I don't think it's awful either. It's a fun one. It's one that will be exciting to collect, but it's not going to be personally one of my chase cards. So next we've got the Pavilion card, which I do really like the style. Not the biggest fan of the Pokemon, but it's a decent card. It's a pretty card. Again, not one of my chase ones, but an interesting card nonetheless. The Shiinotic we've known for quite a while. I do like the sort of spooky kind of element to it and the way it's glowing, and the colours are very muted, other than its glowing colours compared to the background. But yeah, again, really nice card, but it's probably not going to be one of my chase ones either. Now the cast form one, initially I didn't really care much for it, but the more I look at it, the more interesting I find it, and the more detail I also find as well. It's very intricate, the details in it, and you've got all of the forms of cast form as well, and it's highlighting particularly the sunny form, but you can see, the rain form and the wind form and all of that. So yeah, I like this one. This one will be a fun one to get. I will be chasing this one, not as my top chase card, but definitely in my top 10. So I don't have a very good picture of this one, it's still very blurry, but the Volcarona card, so far from what we can see, looks pretty good. It doesn't look amazing, but again, I don't know if that's because it's very low res at the moment, it's a very blurry picture, but the holo side of it could be really good, it could look really nice with the holographic part of the card. So yeah, again, it has potential, but at the moment, we don't have a high resolution picture of it, so it's kind of dampening, what I could think of it so far. The Ceruledge card is definitely one of my chase cards. If I manage to pull this one in my booster box opening, I'm going to be absolutely thrilled. It is beyond perfect. It's so beautiful. The colours, the mood of the card, the pose of the Pokemon is all just so amazing. And there's that very, the background is very almost hellish and dark and fiery. But there's something really calm, and the colours, I cannot wait to see this in person. I bet it's going to be 10 times better in person as well, and it's already a fantastic card. Definitely in my top 5 Pokemon cards to chase in this set. Okay, the Feebas, again, really like this card. On its own, it could be a bit drab and dull. I've spoken about this before in a previous video, but I do like this card though, especially connected with the Melodic, but as an individual card, I really like the art style. I really like the really clean line work of the card and the drab colours that make the Phoebus seem like it's a very dull Pokemon of which it's supposed to represent. It was the Magikarp of the 3rd gen, and I just really like how this mirrors the special illustration rare of the Melodic, which I'll be showing you later if you haven't seen it already. Matches really well. They go sort of top to bottom, the Phoebus being on the bottom and it's sort of looking up towards the water. So yeah, really decent card, another one of my chase cards. So next we've got the Sphere. I really like this one. It's really fun. It's got a really nice, simple design, but it's really effective. I love how the Sphere is just rolling into the water. It's really goofy looking. I said from the beginning that this set has got a really goofy kind of theme to it, which I love. It's really playful. It doesn't take itself too seriously. I do like this a lot. So yeah, really like this. And I also really like how there's this Sphere in the foreground doing a little Sphere photo bomb. So yeah, really fun card. Really like this one. Definitely want to be pulling this one. Okay, so the Bruxish, yeah, it's really vibrant. It's really colourful. I do like the design of it, and even the Bruxish itself does look really cool. However, the Pokemon, I'm not a big fan of, really not a big fan. It's one of those where the card looks amazing, it's got a really good theme to it, but I'm just not a fan of the Pokemon, and therefore it's not really a card that I'll be chasing after because of that. But it's a shame because if I do get this card, I'm sure it will look really good in person. But yeah, I'm not really going to be chasing this one massively. Next, we got the Titan, which again, like the Sophia card, I feel like this is a really nice design, really simple graphic design, but really effective. And we've got the Whelmers down below in the water, which is a nice little addition. And I really like the colours that pop in this one, so I'm interested to see what this will look like in person. Okay, the Stunfisk looks really cool. I do like this one. It should be a really ugly looking card, but it kind of fits for an ugly looking Pokemon. Sorry, Stunfisk, I did you a dirty there, but you know, you're already that dirty, so. But yeah, this one's cool. I feel like the holographic card itself could look better in person, but yeah, a solid Pokemon card. Really like this. Okay, so the Latios is obviously going to be there in the top illustration cards. It connects with the special illustration rare Latias as well, so that's really cool. Again, I don't know why they didn't have both of these as special illustration rares. I would have liked to see these together in a binder, but they're separated, which is a little bit disappointed, but still really like this card. I feel like it will look so much better in person as well, like most of these will, but even on its own as a printed scan, looks really cool. The Mesprit has a similar vibe actually to the Latias and Motigos cards, so yeah, but it's got a different art style. I actually prefer this art style. It's less realistic, more cartoony. Really like the pose of Mesprit. I think it looks really calm and cool. It's got the sunset going on. Yeah, I really like this card. The Phanpy I think is going to be another chase card of mine. I really like this cartoon style. And I love the colours. The colours are so beautiful. Again, it's very sunset. There's a lot of sunset sort of pictures in this one. So yeah, I really like this one. Another one of my chase cards. The Vibrava is a really cool card. It's very detailed, not as cartoony as some of the previous ones. I really like it. I really like the colours and a very calm sort of mood to it. It's not one of my favourites, I'm not going to lie. I don't think it's a bad card. I don't think it's an awful card, but it's not one that I really get excited about. So yeah, good card, but not one I'll be chasing after. Again, the Clobbopus, I like the art style in that it's very cartoony, very simplistic, but it's not a Pokemon that I love, and yeah, the cartoony side of it isn't my favourite. It's a bit too simple in my opinion. Like, I love the Bubble Mew card. I think that's a really cool card, but this one doesn't quite have that same effect. It's very comical, do like that side of it, but yeah, not one of my top chase ones at all. Now, the Alolan Dugtrio, not gonna lie, this Pokemon, not massive fan. The different hairstyles, you've got the bowl cut and the mullet and the, you know, long wispy waves going on. Yeah, not the biggest fan of this one, but I do like the art style of this one. I think this one saves it, and that I don't like the Pokemon that much, but it's enough that I really like this card and I really want to chase it. This one, I really do like the art style, and the Pokemon is comical enough that I'd like to collect this one. Right, the Skarmory, I do like this card a lot. The colours and the texture of the card, like in the actual artwork itself, is so good. I love how this almost looks like an old car advert kind of design, but yeah, the still look of the Skarmory looks so good, like the reflections and just the tone of it. You can imagine this out in a really dry desert. It looks so good. I definitely want this one on my list. Okay, so now we're going on to the Flapple and the Appleton. I'm going to do these kind of both together because I feel the same way about both of them. Yeah, these two I'm not as fussed about. It's mostly because of the Pokemon. This art style I'm not as big a fan of, but the Appleton a little bit more, but again, it's not really one that I care for that much, but still, really nice cards. Okay, so the Slack Off is really cute. I love how there's not a lot to the card. It's kind of empty space, just like sort of grass in there, but he's just snoozing there. I kind of like that though, it sort of fits it. It's almost like the illustrator was feeling a little bit lazy, just like the Slack Off, and yeah, it's just kind of laying there in the sun, enjoying the vibes. So yeah, I really like this card, it's fun. The Kecleon, This is so cool. This is a really nice looking card. I like the pink and orange Kecleons in the background, and you know, I like the colours going on in this one. I feel like it could have gone a bit too wild, a bit too bright and colourful, but this is nice. I like the warm colours, very tropical vibes, which I know a lot of these cards are going for. And then we've got the Braviary. So this one's really nice, very Starry Night kind of look to it, which I like. Very detailed, very sort of obscure colours sort of in there. And yeah, I like this one. I like the Pokemon, I like the artwork. I think this is a really solid card. Okay, and we're back at the Execute. So that's all the illustration rare Pokemon cards. So next, I'd like to go on to the full art Pokemon. So Durant's making an appearance in this set, which I think is really cool. I actually think this is a really cool Pokemon. Again, we haven't got a great scan of this one yet, but you can already see this looks like a really solid pose for this one. So yeah, I really like that. Got Scavillion is back again for another full art. So that's really cool. I really like this card. I think, you know, it's a decent one. It's not my favourite Pokemon again, it's not one of my top ones, but I do think it looks pretty cool. The Milotic does look really nice. I have seen this one being pulled in Japanese sets, so I've seen it a bit more in a higher resolution, and it does look really good, particularly the background, which isn't really shown very well in this scan. But yeah, this card, out of all the full arts, I think this will be one of my top ones other than the Pikachu and the Latias. So on to the next one, which is the Black Kyurem. Really like this one, really like the electronic sparks coming off of it and the vibrant blues. It's all like very neon, really like this one. The Pikachu, I do like the Rainbow Pikachu. I think this is such a cool card, and I love that they finally got the English version up and, you know, better quality version of the card that we can see, because the colours are so vibrant. I can't imagine what it's going to look like in person, especially with, you know, the holo and the texture on it. So really looking forward to this one. The Latias, I love the line work on this one. It's really smooth, really clean, and I love the colours. The turquoisey background really pops against Latias's red. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. This will be a solid full art. Okay, so yeah, this one, I'm not the biggest fan of this Pokemon. Yeah, I'm not sure what to say about this. It looks a bit silly with the crown, the rainbow crown, but, you know, it's alright. It's a rainbow card as well, so it's going to make it look a little bit more special, but otherwise, not in my top ones. Okay, so this one, on the other hand, is the Rainbow Full Art Flygon EX. Do like this a lot. Again, the colours are so vibrant, and I think it goes really well with Flygon's colours already, with the green and the red. Yeah, amazing artwork, really like that. Okay, this one's not very easy to see. Again, we've not got a very good scan of this one, but the Hydreigon, I feel like this is going to be really vibrant as well. You can already see the colours are really popping, especially the blue, the purples and the reds. So yeah, I feel like this is going to be a good one as well. Oh, Archaludon, what can I say? The building Pokemon. I've never been a massive fan of this one, and yeah, the line art does look really good on this. I like the holographic background, but yeah, we've been pushed this one in recent sets, and I'm not a massive fan, so not as excited about this card. The Alolan Executor, really like the look of this. Looks really fun. It's one of the sort of key mascots of this set, and yeah, what can I say? It's a really decent looking card. Okay, so the Tatsugiri, I really like the pose of this one, that sort of really, you know, judging look. I just think it looks really cool. I really like this Pokemon. It's so simple but so funny. And yeah, the crown, the rainbow crown, looks really good on it. It looks like it was kind of born to wear it, really. So yeah, really like the look of this one, even though it's a low-res scan. And the Slacky. Yeah, I love the look of this one. You know, he is just having a great time, living his best life. Only we could all live like a Slacky. So, and then, oh yeah, I forgot about the final one, which is the Cyclizar EX. Again, I really love the colours and the way it just pops. I just love how clean the artwork is on all of these, how like the shapes and the line work. Just so good. Honestly, they've really done a great job of the full arts on this one. And we're back to the Duran. Okay, so next we're going to the full art supporters. And some really good ones here at the moment. So we start with the Clement when it loads. So yeah, again, we don't have a decent scan of this one, but this one looks really cool. I'm going to skip through these quite quickly because they're not as interesting. The Cyrano, yep, he looks pretty dapper. Love what he's wearing. Drasna, really like this one. She looks really fun. Drayton, and obviously Jasmine's Gaze is probably going to be one of the chase trainer cards. She was the 2nd gen trainer or gym leader, so that'd be really cool. Really like this card, and this is my personal favourite trainer of the set. I love her Altaria, which you'll see in the special illustration rare. Yeah, this one's a really cool one. I love her outfit, love her hair colour. She looks super cool. And we've got the Surfer Dude, which, you know, he's alright, he's cool, he's chill. Okay, so next we get to the special illustration rare Pokemon, and I'm so excited for this one here. The Duran has got a special illustration rare card. What I really love about this card is not only that it's really simple but effective, but if you take this card and if you manage to pull several of these cards and line them up against each other, they actually continue on, so they repeat themselves and they actually look like a line of ants, which I think is really, really cool. If you manage to get a couple of these cards, definitely check it out. I think it'll look really, really good. And of course we've got the Melodic special illustration rare, which matches up with the Phoebus illustration rare. Really like this card. It's so beautiful. I love the sparkling water and the way it's posing, like the way it's looking out into the sun after being in the depths of the water for so long. I just think it's so nice. This card has got a lot of love. I know this is a high chase card for a lot of people, so yeah, hopefully I managed to pull at least this one. And then we've got the one that is dividing people across the globe. So the special illustration rare Pikachu EX. Now we finally have the English version of this, and I'm not gonna lie, I feel like the colours are so much brighter than we initially saw. I really like this card. I initially thought it was a bit of a strange one to have as a special illustration rare, but now I get it. The colours are so vibrant. I really like the rainbow art style. I love how cute Pikachu looks and how he's looking up so happily, and obviously the crown. Like, a lot of people don't like the crowns, but I really like this. I think this looks so good, and it's completely changed my opinion on this card. I actually really like this. Again, I know it's a very polarizing card, but I've completely gone for the love it stage, so I've completely loved this card. I think it's amazing. So of course we got the Latias card, which is one of the first cards that was revealed for the Paradise Dragonia set and Surgeon Sparks as a whole. Again, I think it's a solid one. You can't really argue. It's Latias, it's cute Pokemon, really cool, really happy, and again, it will match up with that Latios card really, really well. Okay, so again, we don't have a massively high-res photo of this one, but I can already tell this is going to be one of my top chase cards. It's got a very similar design to the Ceruledge card. It's a very dark, very moody kind of card, but I love the colours, and I feel like the texture on this one's going to be really, really good. It's going to make it stand out. And then, I don't even really want to talk about this one. Archaludon EX. It's got nothing really I care about. I'm kind of annoyed it's got a special illustration rare, but it's fine. It's the building Pokemon. What more do you want? And then we got the Alolan Executor EX, which of course I spoke about in previous videos. Really like this card. I think the colours look really good. The card is really silly, it's really goofy, and I really love the lovely colours of the blue, pink and orange sunset. Really, really nice. Okay, and then we've got the special illustration rare supporters. Again, I'm going to flick through these really quickly. I like the Clement one. I love the artwork on this one. It's really cute, really fun. Drayton, really love that. He's having a look at some snacks. Cool guy. And then this one is going to be one of the top chase cards for the trainers, which is the Jasmine's Gaze. Love it. Absolutely. I'm on her level, scoffing down a sandwich. I don't know if all that food's for her, but fair play to her if it is. And this is my personal top chase card for the trainer special illustration rares. I adore this card. I think it is so beautiful, and now we've got the English high-res scan of it. it makes it look even better. I think this one's gonna look so good. I really, really want to pull this card. I just love her hair colour and her style, and the Altaria gazing out on the back is so, so cool. I love it. It's just such a good card. Okay, finally we have the gold cards, and I've always been a bit meh about the gold cards. Obviously they're quite hard to pull, but I'm not gonna lie, I really love these gold cards. Pretty much all of them are really good, but firstly, the Pikachu, the gold Pikachu. I really like it. I actually really like it. I don't know if I like the special illustration rare more or this one. Probably the special illustration rare, but this one is second. This one is definitely second. I really like it. I mean, the full art rare is really cool because Pikachu definitely pops out against the white background, whereas the gold card, he kind of disappears into the background a little bit. But I think that's why I like it, because it's just blending in with the gold. I really like this one. I hope I pull this one. I hope I get all of the Pikachus, quite honestly, but that's a lot to ask considering the size of this set. And then we've got the Alolan Executor as well, and again, I think this one looks really good. Compared to other gold cards there have been, this one is definitely one of the better ones. So yeah, really like the rainbow colours against the gold. I think it will look really nice in person. So yeah, really happy with this one. Yeah, these ones I'm going to kind of skip through because, you know, they're pretty average looking in my opinion. Some of the item cards I'm kind of like, yeah, they're all right. But let's talk about this one. The stadium card in this one is so, so cool. I believe this one's called Gravity Mountain. And yeah, I really like the look of this one. This one looks really nice. It kind of reminds me of Mount Fuji. But yeah, I like this card a lot. This gold card's going to be a solid one. Yeah, I believe this one's a Night Stretcher. Again, I've heard this one's going to be really playable, so really cool card. It's going to be a really sought after card. And then we have this one, which is a bit of a cleaner scan, and yeah, it does look really cool. So those are all the cards that have been revealed so far. Obviously we've got all the commons, the holos, but I thought I'd just focus on the special illustration and the illustration rares. I just can't believe how great this set is going to be, and how I've jumped from being really disappointed to then being excited, back and forth, and now we finally have the full set, and I am incredibly excited because there's so many cards I want to chase. So many cards. I feel like in the beginning it was a little bit disappointing, but with the new cards that have been revealed, this is going to be so good. So good. I'm so excited. I cannot wait. What's your favourite card of the set, and which one will you be chasing? Let me know in the comments. And as always, please like this video, subscribe and hit the notifications button. And until next time, see ya.